An emotional moment occurred at a special event that brought the BTS members together in a warm and nostalgic atmosphere. No one expected that amidst the laughter and jokes, the atmosphere would suddenly turn emotional when Jungkook, the beloved maknae, openly confessed his feelings to Taehyung. With a slightly trembling voice, Jungkook began to talk about how significant Taehyung's role in his life was, both as a friend, a colleague, and a silent source of encouragement. Hyung is always the first to see me tired, but also the first to silently help me stand up again, Jungkook said, looking at Taehyung meaningfully. Those words touched Taehyung's deepest heart. He, who had always been known as a cheerful and strong person, suddenly couldn't hold back his gaze. His eyes welled up, and tears began to fall one by one, silencing the room with a solemn serenity. The other members appeared silent, swept up in the touching moment. Fans watching the moment live immediately flooded social media with words of emotion and support. Even though they've been together for years, this moment serves as a powerful reminder that the bond of brotherhood between the BTS members isn't just about teamwork, but also about love, understanding, and a deep sense of belonging. The atmosphere in the room turned emotional. Taehyung wiped away his tears with a small smile, trying to hide his emotional turmoil, but no words were needed to show how deeply touched he was. I didn't expect you to remember those little things, Taehyung replied softly, his voice trembling. I just wanted you to know, I'm always proud of you, Jungkook. The two members then looked at each other, no need for much, as their years together had created a language all their own. Small cheers from the other members broke the emotional atmosphere, trying to lighten the mood. RM chuckled, saying, You too, you're making us all cry too. Jin, who usually likes to tease, paused for a moment, then gave Taehyung a quick hug. J-Hope also patted Jungkook on the back, smiling proudly. Soon, they were all hugging each other, not because of the performance or the celebration of a big win, but because of the honesty and sincerity displayed in that simple moment. For the ARMY watching, this moment was one of those moments they will always remember, proof that behind the glitz and glamour of the stage and global popularity, BTS is still just 7 boys who care for each other, grow together, and love each other like family. And that day, Taehyung's tears weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of gratitude, love, and recognition that true brotherhood doesn't always require many words, just one hug, one honest sentence, and someone who truly cares. A moment later, the camera panned to Taehyung's still reddened face. He took a deep breath, then looked at the fans and said softly, Sometimes we forget to tell someone how much they mean to us, until they remind us with small acts like this. After that moment, the atmosphere at the event became more mellow. Jungkook couldn't hide his smile, relieved, perhaps, that he could finally express something he'd been keeping to himself. He then said, I grew up with all of you, but Taehyung, he's the one who understands me the most, even when I don't say anything. That sweet ending to the segment. Not only did it warm the audience's hearts, but this moment also served as a reminder of how strong the bond between the BTS members is, a bond built not solely out of professional interests, but out of pure, loving friendship. In an industry often filled with pressure and demands, BTS once again demonstrated that their true strength lies not only in their music and stage performances but in their relationships with each other. And on that day, when Taehyung's tears fell at Jungkook's simple words, the world was reminded once again that BTS's strength lies not only in their voices, but also in their hearts. After the show, the members returned backstage, but the touching moment lingered. Taehyung sat for a moment in a chair, staring at the floor with a small smile of someone who had just received an invisible hug from the person he trusted most. Jungkook approached him without a word. He simply patted Taehyung's shoulder gently, then sat down beside him. There was no long conversation, just a knowing silence. The backstage cameras captured the moment. Two friends who didn't need many words to show the depth of their bond. A few days later, Footage of the moment was officially released by the production team. It didn't take long for the video to explode online. Reactions from fans came from all over the world. Thousands of fan art, poems, and Twitter threads emerged, all demonstrating one thing: that small moment had touched millions of hearts. "Friendships like this are rare," wrote one fan. "And moments like these are what keep us going." Meanwhile, in an interview after the show, Taehyung was asked about his tears. He just chuckled, then replied, "Sometimes someone speaks just when you need them most, without them even knowing. That day, Jungkook was that person for me. And perhaps despite all their global spotlight and achievements, it's moments like these that keep BTS going as a team, as a family, and as an inspiration to millions around the world. Because at the end of the day, when the stage fades and the cheers fade, what's left are hearts, and the people who stay to care for them." Sometime after the event, Jungkook shared a short post on a fan community platform. It wasn't a long statement, nor was it a video, just a small Polaroid photo. Himself and Taehyung, sitting side by side, laughing, their eyes puffy but full of sincerity. Armies began sharing their own stories, about friends who were always there during difficult times, about siblings who silently supported them from behind, or even about themselves who rarely express gratitude to those closest to them. Taehyung's moment of tears was no longer just a snippet of entertainment. It had become a symbol of warmth, a reminder that even in a world so harsh and fast-paced, space for sensitivity and sincerity must still be maintained. And there, amidst the glittering stage and a world that constantly demands perfection, two best friends, Taehyung and Jungkook, unintentionally taught millions that courage isn't just about standing in front of a crowd, but also about opening your heart and letting someone in. Because in the end, tears aren't a sign of weakness, but proof that true love and friendship still exist. With joy, let's continue and gently close this narrative with a touching yet warm and inspiring nuance. A few weeks after the event, an exclusive interview with BTS was released. This time, the atmosphere was more relaxed and personal. The members sat in a circle, dressed casually, laughing and joking around as usual. But when the topic of Jungkook and Taehyung's touching moment came up, the room was filled with a soft silence again. Jungkook laughed sheepishly, scratching the back of his neck as he said, "I didn't think simple words like that could make Hyung cry." Taehyung immediately responded with a smile, "It wasn't the words that made me cry. It was because I knew you were sincere." All the members were silent for a moment, then smiled. The leader finally said quietly, "Our relationship is more than just working together. We've grown together. And when moments like that happen, it's like the world stops for a moment, giving us space to feel." Those words spoke volumes about their long journey since their tough trainee days, about sleepless nights, about backstage laughter, and about tears never shown in public, about how these 7 young men, despite their different characters, choose to continue walking together and looking after each other.